Welcome to Dark Psychology World channel. I hope you like it, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. Now I will start reading this book to you. Dopamine Detox. Clean up your life and reset your brain audiobook. We are currently living in a time where our brains are constantly seeking pleasure, our devices constantly send notifications, apps offer incentives, and treats tempt us, creating a never-ending cycle of external stimuli that flood our brains with dopamine. We constantly yearn for the next thrill, struggling to concentrate or find satisfaction in the here and now. We are completely captivated. Imagine a world where we could escape our current situation, embrace a life of simplicity, mindfulness, and self-discipline, rediscover the delight of connecting with others through real interactions instead of virtual ones. Dopamine has been a crucial part of our lives long before we even realized its significance. Now we can follow its journey, starting with the development of drive and motivation and leading us towards vices and hollow rewards. We used to rely on our ancestral instincts to ensure our survival. However, in today's fast-paced world, we find ourselves constantly seeking the next, like the next swipe and the next show. The mind continues to crave for more. It is naturally calm and focused. By following the guidance provided in this book, we can recalibrate our dopamine reward system. Instead of being under the control of our habits, we have the power to change them. Picture a life free from incessant desires and diversions. Imagine a mind that remains unaffected by every notification, but instead takes control of its own realm. Getting there is possible with the Dopamine Detox. Lesson 1. What is dopamine? Dopamine is produced in various regions of the brain, such as the substantia and ventral tegmental area. It falls under the category of catecholamine neurotransmitters, along with norepinephrine and epinephrine. When dopamine is released in significant quantities, it generates sensations of pleasure and reward, indicating to the brain that an action is advantageous. This reinforces behaviors and makes us want to repeat these actions. The dopamine system is activated when we anticipate or experience pleasurable activities, such as indulging in tasty food, engaging in intimate moments, or achieving monetary victories. Substances such as cocaine and methamphetamine have a direct impact on dopamine levels, resulting in a heightened feeling of reward and leading to addiction. Dopamine levels in the body play a crucial role in regulating various aspects such as motivation, focus, mood, learning, and movement. Control. Various mental health disorders are associated with imbalances in dopamine. Dopamine levels that are too low can be linked to conditions such as depression, Parkinson's disease, and restless leg syndrome. Excessive levels have been linked to conditions such as schizophrenia, addiction, compulsive behaviors, and attention deficits. Dopamine plays a significant role in shaping various aspects of human behavior and psychology. This chemical messenger is closely linked to our cravings, motivations, and addictions. Here are a few main reasons why dopamine appears to have control over us. Our brains release dopamine to encourage us to engage in enjoyable activities. Again, when we have a positive experience, dopamine levels increase in certain areas of the brain, such as the ventral striatum and nucleus accumbens. These behaviors are reinforced, leading to savings to repeat them. Dopamine fuels our desire for pleasure, whether it be indulging in chocolate, playing video games, or seeking approval on social media. The brain uses dopamine to connect cues and rewards. It assists in encoding the links between external triggers and the pleasure response. When certain cues, such as spotting a slot machine or having unread notifications, consistently lead to a dopamine rush, those triggers become Highly appealing dopamine influences us to actively look for these cues that indicate rewards. Dopamine is the driving force behind behavioral addictions. Compulsive addiction cycles can occur when substance abuse or highly rewarding behaviors hijack the dopamine systems. People struggling with addiction find themselves caught in repetitive patterns driven by the desire for more and the anticipation of reward, all influenced by the neurotransmitter dopamine. Reshaping these dopamine pathways is crucial to overcoming addiction. Understanding the influence of dopamine on personality and motivation. Differences in dopamine receptors and transporters play a role in motivation. Novelty seeking and neuroticism. Dopamine plays a crucial role in reinforcement learning. The rewards we receive motivate us to achieve our goals and avoid ms based on our past experiences. Basically, dopamine is responsible for driving many of our addictions, habits, desires, and personality traits. Understanding the influence of dopamine on our behavior can be a challenge, but it's an important concept to grasp. Michelle decided to try a 7-day dopamine detox to reset her over-stimulated brain. By day 6, the challenging yet clarifying journey had led Michelle fell to a state of conscious awareness about her behaviors, without constant social media, TV, and snacking to occupy her mind. Michelle became more attuned to her surroundings, an inner world. She noticed the bustling energy walking through the city. Instead of tuning it out, she observed her own thoughts and feelings more closely. Michelle found herself seeking out small joys, the warmth of the sun, a subtle breeze, the sweet taste of an apple. She realized how much distraction had prevented her from appreciating the present. Without external dopamine hits, Michelle learned to generate her own happiness and motivation. She felt empowered to sit with discomfort and confront why she compulsively reached for quick rewards. Michelle journaled insights on sources of meaning missing from her life. Though the detox was difficult, she felt grateful for this newfound sense of awareness. She hoped to carry the lessons into creating a lifestyle aligned with her values moving forward. Lesson 2. What triggers dopamine release? Our brains release dopamine in response to new, challenging, pleasurable, or exciting experiences. This neurotransmitter is crucial for driving motivation, facilitating learning, and regulating the reward circuitry in our brains. Gaining insight into human behavior involves understanding the factors that trigger dopamine release. These are some commonly used substances that can increase dopamine levels. Engaging in enjoyable activities, such as eating, sex, and falling in love, triggers the release of dopamine in the brain. Engaging in these activities can also boost dopamine levels. Drugs that are addictive have the ability to raise dopamine levels in specific regions of the brain, such as the nucleus accumbens. This in turn strengthens the desire to keep using them. Engaging in activities such as shopping, gaming, and gambling can trigger the release of dopamine by activating reward pathways. Achieving goals, winning competitions, and receiving praise can all cause dopamine release. We have successfully received the neurotransmitter signals indicating the fruition of our endeavors, whether it's achieving career success, receiving recognition, or gaining popularity. These accomplishments can provide a boost of dopamine. Novel experiences, ideas, and environments naturally stimulate dopamine activity. This neurotransmitter encourages people to engage in exploratory behavior and learning driven by curiosity. Engaging in activities like traveling, discovering new music or foods, or taking on intellectual challenges can trigger the release of dopamine. Engaging in physical activity increases dopamine levels and results in the well-known sensation referred to as Runner high during exercise. Endorphins bind to opioid receptors, which helps to alleviate pain and enhance feelings of euphoria. Engaging in aerobic activity can also stimulate the release of dopamine. Dopamine is closely linked to new experiences, excitement, achievements, and positive interactions with others. Discovering activities that naturally engage this system can enhance motivation, mood, and learning. However, excessive external stimulation can also result in a tendency to constantly seek dopamine. Excessive dopamine activity has been associated with psychosis, impaired cognitive function, and symptoms commonly seen in schizophrenia. Anti-cho are commonly prescribed to lower dopamine levels. Excess dopamine can influence compulsive behaviors or mania in bipolar disorder. Depression, apathy, anxiety, and a lack of motivation are often linked to low dopamine levels. Certain antidepressants work by inhibiting the reabsorption of dopamine, which helps to enhance dopamine signaling. On the other hand, Parkinson's disease also involves dopamine reductions, which means that treatment with dopamine precursors is necessary. Understanding addiction and withdrawal syndromes is rooted in the fluctuations of dopamine levels. Substances such as cocaine that excessively stimulate dopamine systems can result in tolerance, where higher amounts of the substance are needed to produce the desired effect. Withdrawal occurs when the use of a substance is abruptly stopped, leading to a significant drop in dopamine levels. There is a possibility of sleep disturbances when using dopamine drug interventions. Insomnia is a frequent occurrence as dopamine encourages alertness. Evening dopamine activity can disrupt your natural sleep-wake cycle. Lesson 3. Does dopamine detox increase productivity? Dopamine is frequently mentioned as the neurotransmitter that plays a role in productivity and focus. However, the relationship is not as straightforward. Dopamine plays a crucial role in motivating people to pursue rewards, thereby enhancing productivity. In specific circumstances, however, it can also result in distractions and behaviors that can become addictive. Here is a straightforward analysis of dopamine and productivity. The activation of dopamine neurons when we anticipate rewards gives us the energy to take action. This can inspire us to be more productive in order to achieve our goals and feel the satisfaction of accomplishment. However, the effects of dopamine spikes are temporary. Surges of dopamine drive us to constantly pursue new rewards. This can be distracting, as we often find ourselves seeking pleasure from insignificant things. Focusing solely on seeking dopamine hits can actually hinder productivity. The release of dopamine after an action strengthens circuits associated with habits. This can assist in establishing effective routines, but can also contribute to the continuation of procrastination and internet addictions. Having an imbalance of dopamine can affect your ability to concentrate. Having stable and moderate levels helps you focus on important tasks by reducing distractions. The surge of insights and fresh ideas is connected to dopamine. Open-ended creative tasks offer a great sense of fulfillment and are perfect for boosting productivity. Dopamine has the ability to both boost and hinder productivity. Structuring tasks and environments in a way that offers continuous intrinsic rewards is crucial. This helps maintain motivation and focus without causing excessive stimulation. It is important to regulate dopamine levels in order to maintain productivity during extended periods of work or study. Starting a dopamine detox can greatly enhance productivity right from the first day by stepping away from activities that constantly stimulate your dopamine levels, such as checking social media, watching videos, or playing Games you can focus your attention without being distracted by notifications and tempting screens. With minimal disruptions, you can fully engage in your work and maintain focus without any distractions. You might notice a reduction in procrastination if you eliminate things that provide immediate satisfaction and dopamine boosts. With a reduced number of outlets offering immediate rewards, it becomes more convenient to motivate oneself to start meaningful and fulfilling tasks. You'll experience a boost in mental vigor and endurance, enabling you to concentrate on useful work rather than becoming worn out by pointless pursuits. By reducing compulsive habits, such as scrolling, you can experience a sense of calmness, centeredness, and reduced anxiety. By reducing interruptions in your workflow, you can maintain better focus on your priorities. With a reduction in distractions, you can better discern what is truly valuable. You may experience a newfound sense of inspiration and motivation to focus your energy on creative and fulfilling tasks. As your dopamine receptors are not constantly overwhelmed, you will feel a renewed sense of motivation and find it easier to engage in productive tasks and hobbies from the very beginning. Lesson for activities and efforts to feel present during the second day of a dopamine detox. Certain people opt to gradually incorporate physical activities back into their R. Engaging in sports and exercise can provide significant benefits and increase dopamine levels in a more wholesome manner compared to excessive technology use and indulging in food. By incorporating these natural mood boosters, you can effectively combat potential feelings of depression or boredom caused by excessive restrictions. Consider engaging in aerobic activities such as running, cycling, or swimming, which can stimulate the release of dopamine through consistent and prolonged effort. Feeling naturally uplifted and making progress can help counterbalance the absence of immediate rewards. Start with non-competitive sports at first. The desire to win can lead to an excessive pursuit of dopamine. Establish attainable exercise objectives on a daily basis. Achieving small victories and setting personal records can help you stay motivated and consistent without overwhelming yourself. Gradually increase your activity levels instead of making sudden changes to give your baseline dopamine a chance to stabilize. Stay focused during your workouts by leaving your devices behind. Stay focused and avoid getting distracted by music or videos. Instead, focus on your senses and become aware of your breath, the air around you, and the sensation of your muscles in action. You can experience a surge of dopamine by fully immersing yourself in the movement. Sports provide a way to challenge and engage the body, which can help to improve overall well-being and provide a healthier outlet for dopamine release. Reintegrating athletic achievement allows you to experience the motivational benefits of dopamine all while learning to earn it through effort and presence. After days of a dopamine detox, you begin to gain a better understanding of how to prioritize the things that truly matter in your life. When you remove the constant need for small rewards, you can better focus on the activities and goals that truly matter to you and give you a sense of purpose and motivation. By eliminating the distractions and addictive behaviors that usually consume your time and attention, you gain the ability to concentrate on what truly matters. You might discover a fresh surge of motivation and enthusiasm to dedicate to creative endeavors, personal interests, or career goals that resonate with your fundamental beliefs. You probably have a desire to nurture your relationships in a more meaningful and engaging manner, rather than just mindlessly scrolling through social media. By clearing away unnecessary emotions, you can better determine how you truly want to spend your time and direct your energy towards those activities, basically a dopamine detox, helps clear away the distractions that typically fill your days, allowing your true priorities to naturally come to the forefront. By the fourth day, you'll find yourself fully aware and motivated to focus your energy on what truly matters, rather than pursuing empty rewards. Understanding what is most important can be incredibly empowering. Lesson 5: Struggling against addictions. During day 6 of a dopamine detox, you might face significant challenges and temptations related to the addictive behaviors you're working to overcome. When you don't have your usual sources of dopamine, those deeply ingrained habits attempt to regain control. You might find yourself fixating on fantasies related to indulging in your vices or compulsions. You might find yourself longing for instant gratification when boredom and restlessness set in. Resisting these familiar patterns can be quite challenging without a strong sense of willpower and discipline. Amidst these difficult times, take a moment to reflect on the reasons that motivated you to start the detox and acknowledge the progress you have made so far. Take a moment to reflect on the progress you've made, such as improvements in your focus, productivity, or sense of purpose. Take a moment to think about your goals and let them inspire you to push through any discomfort you may be experiencing. Steer clear of situations or triggers that tend to prompt your addictive behaviors. Find healthy distractions, such as engaging in physical activity, spending time with others, or focusing on your work. Although can be challenging to overcome dependence, conquering these urges will give you a sense of empowerment. Every little success boosts your self-discipline and helps you distance yourself from negative habits. With some effort and support, you can overcome the challenges by keeping your attention on the significant advantages you can achieve. You can overcome the hold of dopamine. In addition, during the detox process, there may be a disruption in your usual routines and dopamine responses. This could temporarily lead to feelings of boredom, purposelessness, or loneliness. Engaging in activities such as exercise, social connection, music, and meditation can support a positive mood during detoxes. Avoiding all sources of dopamine completely may increase the risk of depression. The length of a detox is also important. A period of 1-2 weeks is generally manageable, but if you plan on doing an extended dopamine fast, it may be wise to seek guidance to prevent any mood complications. In general, dopamine detoxes can have advantages, but it's important to be cautious about potential side effects related to depression. By keeping an eye on changes, reducing the impact, and slowly incorporating enjoyable activities, you can protect your mental well-being. Jake had been struggling with social media and gaming addictions for years. He decided to do a 2E dopamine detox to reset his habits. The first few days were filled with cravings and boredom. By the middle of week 2, Jake experienced a moment of clarity. He realized how much of his life he had wasted chasing superficial dopamine hits. All the hours spent scrolling aimlessly could have been used to pursue meaningful goals. As the detox progressed, Jake leaned into healthier hobbies like reading, exercising, and reconnecting with old friends. Though not easy, resisting the urge to slip back into old addictive patterns gave him a sense of control. Jake became motivated to make lasting lifestyle changes. Social media apps and limited gaming to weekends only. By the end of the detox, Jake felt empowered by proving to himself that he could break free of destructive behaviors. For the first time in years, he was hopeful about directing his energy into what truly fulfilled him. The clarity gained from sitting with boredom and cravings was the reset Jake needed. With new insights, he finally felt ready to prioritize his well-being over short-lived dopamine spikes. Lesson 6: Does music helps with dopamine Detox understanding music's impact on the brain is straightforward, however, adding the right music at the right times can be beneficial when doing a dopamine detox. Listening to music with intention and moderation can provide a healthier way to boost dopamine levels while taking a break from excessive technology use and unhealthy habits. Opt for instrumental music that allows the mind to wander, rather than music that is overly engaging. For detox goals, it's recommended to listen to ambient, classical, or instrumental genres. Specify durations for listening. Instead of using never-ending playlists, consider incorporating music into your routine as a pleasant and calming backdrop rather than making it the primary focus of your attention. Try not to view music as a form of constant entertainment. Avoid getting hooked on playlists as a substitute obsession. Add some variety to your day by incorporating different activities, like listening to music, taking moments of silence, engaging in conversations, exercising, spending time outdoors, and finding other ways to relax your mind. Music, when enjoyed in moderation, can help alleviate boredom and anxiety by boosting mood, inspiration, and nostalgia. However, maintaining discipline is crucial to avoid music because a mere source of unnecessary dopamine boosts. Music can be seamlessly incorporated into a strategy to regulate dopamine and enhance focus. Music has a significant impact on the levels of dopamine in the brain. Music with a lively and energetic vibe can stimulate the release of dopamine, which can bring about feelings of happiness, drive, and the desire to move. Personal and emotional songs can also trigger feelings of reward, bringing back nostalgic memories and causing a surge of dopamine. On the other hand, noisy surroundings can cause an excessive release of dopamine. Pop, rock, and other lively genres with driving beats, rich instrumentation, and soaring vocals can really get your dopamine flowing. Anticipating the best parts of a song increases dopamine levels. Lyrics and melodies that uplift can also enhance mood by increasing dopamine levels. However, it is important to consider the volume level of music, as it can have an impact on dopamine receptors if it exceeds 80 dB for long periods of time. Concerts can be quite the experience, bringing people together to enjoy music, dance, and have a good time. However, the excessive noise levels can overstimulate neural pathways, leading to a decrease in the pleasure response over time. When it comes to music, keeping the volume at a moderate level can prevent the intense rush of dopamine from leading to harmful cravings. Therefore, establishing a habit of disciplined listening is crucial in order to fully experience the dopamine-inducing effects of music. Integrating music at a moderate volume can enhance mood and motivation without relying too heavily on it. However, it is important to be mindful of the potential for dopamine overload when enjoying loud, immersive music environments. Lesson 7: The result from dopamine detox. Taking a break from activities that spike dopamine levels, such as social media, gaming, porn, junk food, and more, is recommended for a dopamine detox. This reset has the potential to greatly enhance focus, motivation, and happiness by positively impacting the brain's reward system. When you avoid excessive habits, dopamine signaling can return to normal levels. As a result, this can lead to numerous positive transformations in one's life. Eliminating distractions and addictive stimuli will help you focus more effectively on important tasks. Enhance your productivity through increased focus. You will no longer have a constant craving for social approval or entertainment. Discover the beauty of simplicity and embrace the little joys of everyday life. You'll prioritize face-to-face connections over digital devices, conversations, and connections are enhanced, becoming more genuine and meaningful. You can prevent indulging in empty calories and find more motivation for active hobbies instead of sedentary habits. Maintaining balanced dopamine levels is crucial for promoting a positive mood and emotional stability. Experience a reduction in anxiety and an increase in optimism. Developing self-control is crucial for managing dopamine cravings. You place greater importance on your own internal validation than external influences. A dopamine detox can help reprogram your mind to experience more fulfillment. Presence, self-care, and purpose. Resetting can have a positive impact on both your mental and physical well-being. There is no one-size-fits-all answer when it comes to the best frequency for starting a dopamine detox or reset. Individual habits, willpower, and lifestyle all affect how frequently people detox. Some people may find that a yearly detox is sufficient, while others may prefer to reset on a monthly basis. Important factors to consider are regularly incorporating short 2-3 day detoxes into your routine can be beneficial for resetting strong neural pathways. If you struggle with tech, shopping, or food addictions, for milder overstimulation, it may be sufficient to have 1-2 longer detoxes per year. Plan your detoxes for times when you have less on your plate. Take it easy during busy work or school times. During weekends or vacations, you can fully dedicate yourself to the detox process. Assess your level of self-discipline. Is it possible to take regular breaks from activities that stimulate dopamine production, or do you need breaks for complete abstinence? Understand your limits when it comes to willpower. Look out for indicators that you may need a reset: a short attention span, difficulty staying focused, constant distractions, and a general sense of boredom with life. These signals can be used as a cue to start a detoxification process. Gradually increase the duration of your detoxes as you develop more self-control. Start with a more conservative approach. Finding the right detox frequency is all about finding a balance that suits your individual needs and abilities. By being aware of yourself, you can create a routine that allows you to regularly reset your dependency on dopamine in a manageable way. Joe's endless scrolling and marathon gaming sessions were leaving him feeling drained and unsatisfied. He opted to give a dopamine detox a shot in order to regain control. The initial days without technology were incredibly dull and challenging. However, Joe persevered through the discomfort and made an effort to substitute his digital habits with activities such as reading, exercising, playing guitar, and meditating. Joe observed an improvement in his concentration and motivation. After just 1 week with minimal distractions from social media, he was able to complete a significant work project that he had been putting off. Filled with newfound energy, Joe took on the challenge of cleaning and organizing his apartment, which had previously seemed overwhelming. Joe was able to reconnect with old friends that he had lost touch with due to his excessive use of technology. He also experienced night of deep sleep after months of struggling with an overactive mind. Before bedtime, Joe felt a sense of empowerment and control over his life. After successfully completing the full dopamine detox, he was motivated to make lasting lifestyle changes focused on meaningful activities rather than seeking instant gratification. Joe came to the realization that true happiness stems from within rather than the fleeting pleasures of social media and technology. Lesson 8: Who should try and avoid a dopamine detox? Recalibrating dopamine signaling through a detox can be highly beneficial for people who struggle with internet, shopping, or food addiction tendencies. People with adhin tendencies, people with ADHD who are easily distracted may also experience improvements in their ability to focus However, it is important for people with clinical depression or low dopamine conditions like Parkinson's to consult doctors, as reducing dopamine levels further could potentially be harmful. Some people may find it challenging to maintain high motivation and discipline when attempting a dopamine detox. If you have concerns about willpower or mood effects, consider planning moderated detoxes with gradual transitions. It's best to avoid completely cutting out all sources of dopamine, and as this can be risky, incorporate healthy activities such as exercise, music, and socializing to boost dopamine levels. The perfect candidate for detox is someone whose addictive behaviors are causing disruptions in their life, but who is mentally prepared to handle any withdrawal-like symptoms. Prepare yourself for a successful detox by taking steps to stabilize your mood, establishing support systems, and proactively removing temptations. Understand the connection between dopamine and your well-being and create a detox routine that suits you. Preparing yourself mentally is crucial for reaping the powerful benefits of dopamine detoxes. Before you start cutting out entertainment, social media, junk food, and other things that give you dopamine, take a moment to consider: can you handle a state of restriction and potential boredom? If you're mentally and emotionally stable, temporary dips in dopamine levels can potentially exacerbate symptoms of depression or anxiety. Are you engaged in a variety of activities outside of the online world, such as socializing, pursuing hobbies, and engaging in professional endeavors? Having free time can sometimes lead to sudden changes in mood. Is your life being greatly disrupted by addictions and compulsions, or do you find overstimulation still manageable? There's no need to complicate things that are already working fine. Do you have any goals related to detox, such as enhancing focus, overcoming addictions, or rebalancing dopamine levels? If you lack a clear purpose, you may find it difficult to stay committed to the detox process. Is it possible to occasionally take breaks from digital devices or moderate addictive behaviors? It can be more challenging to achieve total abstinence if you struggle with self-control. Are you ready to address the underlying causes of your addictions and compulsions? Addressing the root causes of an issue leads to long-term transformation, while detoxing only provides temporary relief. If you answered yes to most of these, it's a good indication that you have the right mindset and lifestyle to effectively detox. Clear insights emerge when we remove the distractions that stimulate dopamine. A dopamine reset has the potential to greatly enhance your overall well-being when approached with courage and honesty. Lesson 9: time to reset your brain. Resetting can be challenging, as you may experience boredom, cravings, and depression initially. However, embracing the discomfort is essential for effectively rebooting your brain and liberating yourself from unhealthy dependence. Additionally, you'll notice a significant improvement in your concentration, motivation, and overall well-being. If you often find yourself feeling unfocused, tired, or overwhelmed by the fast pace of life, it may be helpful to give your brain a cleanse. Take a bold step and press the reset button. Clear your mind, regain control of your dopamine system, and start enjoying the simple pleasures of being fully present. You have the power to make a difference. Mastering the dopamine detox may require some effort, but remember to be kind and patient with yourself. Keep going even if you make a mistake. Take a moment to remind yourself of the reasons that motivated you to begin this journey and reflect on the progress you have made so far. Keep in mind that feelings of boredom and cravings won't last forever, but the mental clarity you'll achieve will make the effort worthwhile. Just picture the sense of accomplishment you'll experience when you finish the entire detox process imagine the fresh drive and enhanced focus that await you imagine. The tasks you will focus on once you eliminate any distractions embrace your vision of a well-rounded purposeful life. When you feel tempted take a moment to create a list of healthier alternatives that can boost your dopamine levels. Engage in activities that resonate with your values such as taking a leisurely stroll connecting with a friend or playing a musical instrument every little win helps to build your resilience. Stay focused and don't let obstacles hinder your journey. You have the ability to reset your habits and mindset if you approach it with consistency and courage. Believe in your ability to create a life centered around genuine satisfaction instead of temporary dopamine boosts. Keep dedicated to your personal development. Starting a dopamine detox may appear challenging, but your brain will greatly appreciate it. By eliminating excessive stimulating activities, your dopamine signaling can return to a balanced state. This fresh start will enable your brain to operate at its best. By eliminating distractions and clutter from your mind, you'll regain the ability to think with clarity, creativity, and criticality. When you have the clarity of mind, even the most challenging problems can have straightforward solutions. Enhance your concentration and focus to effectively execute plans and projects that add purpose to your life. You will see an improvement in your judgment, enabling you to make wise choices that align with your values. Resetting your overworked reward system can help you rediscover the inspiration within. Discovering old passions or exploring new hobbies can bring a sense of excitement. By reducing your reliance on dopamine, you can unlock your natural curiosity and passion for acquiring knowledge. Experience the benefits of a dopamine detox and give your brain a refreshing cleanse. Experience a renewed sense of clarity and inspiration. By eliminating distractions, unleash the untapped power of your brain. Final lesson: dopamine detox. Every day our brains receive a surge of dopamine from various sources that offer pleasure, entertainment, and distraction. We often find ourselves seeking instant gratification from social approval, junk food, shopping spree, and our devices. However, these quick fixes for happiness often leave us feeling anxious and unsatisfied in the long run. However, we have the ability to escape from this repetitive pattern. By engaging in a dopamine detox, we can effectively reset our brains and regain control over our attention and motivation. This journey demands bravery, commitment, and a profound level of self-awareness. Enduring moments of boredom and despair is necessary to uncover the light of self-knowledge. We can bring our purpose and passion to the forefront. By removing the dopamine fueled distractions, we start to prioritize being present and finding meaning rather than focusing on productivity and getting distracted. The dopamine detox is a practice that promotes self-care and self-love. We can honor the potential within each of us for contentment by simplifying and making our lives more understandable instead of allowing our thoughts and habits to control us. We gain control over them. No matter where you are in your journey, believe that a well-rounded and satisfying life is waiting for you. You have the ability to make a difference from within. Thank you for taking me on this journey with you. This is Dark Psychology World channel. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, subscribe, like, and share.